Hello. When Zeiss emails and asks if you want some lenses, you say yes. I have the Nano Primes here today. I actually, for the first time in a long time, have a different setup filming myself right here, which is the 18 millimeter on the FX30. And there's a couple things that are special. If you can see, there is lens data, which shows the aperture on the screen, which is a real luxury. It makes it easier to keep things consistent, and it also is within the metadata of the file. They're all T1.5, and of course, the T-star coating. I have a couple contact Zeiss lenses, enjoy using Master Primes, and have enjoyed using these for the past month or so. Two projects to look at and the typical tests that I do in this apartment or out on the streets or on the roof or something.
So we're very lucky to have him for our Dead Man shoot today. You're welcome, bro. You're welcome.
100, 75, 35, 50, 24, and the 18. Back in the day, I got a red Scarlet W, which I'm pissed that I sold. I was on Reddit one day and somebody posted a video. I asked, what lenses did you use? They said Sigma 18 to 35, and I bought the lens that day. I've actually gone through a couple of those lenses. I don't usually drop cameras or lenses, but specifically that one I have totaled a couple times. But I loved 18 millimeters on the red Scarlet W, and it was cool to have an 18 millimeter on Super 35 again, because I've typically been just using a 24 to 70 on this camera. But let's look at some.
Take a walk and try to talk yourself into a kind of space where you can start to feel the ground. Trying to find a face where you can place a version of yourself you thought that you'd be living downtown.
After selling the FX3, which I'm a little pissed about. I got the FX30. Sometimes it is nice to switch up the format a little bit. And on the FX30, the second ISO is 2500, which in certain scenarios is a better second ISO. There were a couple times in the studio where I wanted to shoot slow-mo, and going to 2500 was a better option than 12,800 when I wasn't in a dark scenario. I just need a little boost. Okay, now I just want to go through all the focal lengths. Camera position will remain the same. While we look at this, I want to mention audio. I've been using audio for the past year and a half to get music and sound effects. You can copy a link to a song from YouTube or Spotify or Apple Music and paste it into audio, and it will return music that has a similar feeling, which is pretty much how I do any audio searching. Another thing is Hans. Maybe it's named after Hans Zimmer, I don't know, but you can just type what you're looking for. I posted the video on this channel called Slow Creep. I typed car moving slowly down an alleyway, and I got the song that I used for that video. There's two major plans. One is a lifetime access to their music library for $200 using the code in the description below and through the link. And then there's the pro plan. If you use the code below, you get 70% off for the first year, $59 for the first year. And that includes the AI features that I mentioned, Hans and Link Match, and sound effects as well. Let's take a look at distortion. I do like a very slight barrel distortion. In a spherical lens set, typically on the wider end, there's a slight bit of barrel distortion and then it straightens out towards the end. What I don't like is when you get to the longer focal lengths and pincushion distortion starts creeping in. I guess having pretty straight edges is valuable, and it doesn't totally matter because you can so easily correct it in post, but it's just something that I like to look at. All right, now I want to look at close focus. This is something that I've become more interested in recently because I have been shooting a lot of very close-up shots where an eye is taking up a large amount of the frame. Close focus is something I like to look at pretty quickly just to see what kind of diopters I might need or not need. This is what it would look like on an FX3. I just took the shots from the FX30 and filled in the edges, so this is accurate of where the close focus would be if this was shot on an FX3. Okay, we got distortion and close focus. Let's move let's move on to color matching. The colors on the Nanos match very well as expected. The main difference that we're seeing here is the camera position changing and the reflectivity of the top of this chart changing because our position is changing, but the lenses match very nicely. If you have seen the videos on this channel, you know I hate doing flare tests, but I do them anyway. I just think it's not representative of how the lens works in real life if you just hit a flashlight into it, but I guess it's useful to see, so I'll suck it up and do it. I also am not going to put a mic on right now, so this is just the camera audio. Here is a flashlight. This is the 100mm. Here is my phone flashlight. This is the 75mm. Oh wow, I did not expect that. That's pretty cool actually. The phone flashlight, same thing. If I go down to a 2.8, and if that still happens, no. Try a 2, no. But at a 1.4, maybe I like a flare test now. All right, this is the 50 phone. This is the 35. This is my phone and a flashlight. This is the 24 flashlight and more focused. And last but not least, we have the 18 wide beam, narrow beam, and the phone. And that'll do it for this. Oh no, it's okay. I'm just kind of talking to myself. Distortion. As I was going to bed, I see, some lights in the background. Maybe those would make some bokeh. So I have the 35mm here on the FX3, and I'm gonna stop down, and as mentioned, the lens data, so nice because I don't need to crane my neck over. So this is a F2. The bokeh becomes circular. This is the 18, and I'll pull the focus closer. This is all the way, and I'm gonna stop down until it goes away. That's a 1.8. 24mm wide open, bring the focus close, bring it to the edge, and stop down. 1.8 to where I would want it if I was just eyeballing it. I would choose right there, and that is at a 1.6. I mean, if somebody was standing on the edge of the railing right there, should I do it? Okay, I'll do it. We are wide open. Don't have a monitor. Can I get the door back where it was? When I look at bokeh and how wide open can I be, I always think of it. It's like somebody's on a rooftop talking. There's city lights in the background. Okay, this is the 50 wide open. On the left side, it's just reflection off the door, and those bottom streaks are reflections of the light in the railing. I'm gonna pull focus closer. I'll go all the way. I'm gonna go to where I like it. Even right there is fine. Again, at a 1.8. This is at a 2, and this is a 5.6. If this was on the edge, I would even maybe leave that or go right there, which is a 1.8. But if the shot was like this, I'd keep it wide open. 2 more, then I'm going to bed. This is 75, very clean bokeh. Stopping down, F2, and I'm gonna push focus towards infinity a little bit. Simulate if somebody was standing there. I'm not going out there again, it's freezing. Or maybe if someone's standing on that one, I would definitely leave that. All right, this is the 100 wide open. I'm gonna bet that the bokeh takes up like half the screen. I swear I didn't look. Oh. And I'm gonna stop down. That's a 2, 2.2. Last thing, just out a little bit. Something realistic. Also, a nice little treat is that image stabilization works automatically without having to specify which lens you're on. This is a shot with image stabilization off, 100 millimeters, and with image stabilization on. All right, focus breathing real quick. This is the 100 wide open, 75, 50, 35, 24, and we will end on the 18. Very nice. All right, I think that'll do it for these. They're very nice lenses. I enjoyed the look that came from them. I would happily use them again. I have used a lot of different Zeiss lenses. I have some Zeiss lenses, and from the contacts to the Master Primes, they never disappoint. If you have any questions, let me know. Also, thanks Zeiss for letting me borrow these. I don't want to give them back. Okay, that's it. Peace. Actually, a few more pieces of important information. First, I know that I need a haircut. Second, Kipper Tie makes additional mounts for the Nanos. The Nanos are E-mount. You can take off the E-mount and put on from Kipper Tie an RF mount or an L mount. I am told that the Nanos kind of share a look with Supreme Primes. Supreme Primes are a little sharper across the whole frame, sharper in the edges. Also, I am excited about this. I'll see how it goes. It's just started, but I added a new page to the F1 website. If you don't know about F1, the new page is on that website and it's linked below, so you will see that. But the new page is called High Res, and on there my goal is to post additional elements of certain YouTube videos that I make and some stuff that I will not post to YouTube. But for this, for example, there are a couple frames on there so that you can see them in high resolution without YouTube compression. I find this is useful when looking at certain things. I'll link that below as well. Okay, I think that'll do it. Peace.